What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? The last time that I talked about the George Zimmerman Trayvon Martin case was roughly about a year ago on my old channel. I made a video and let's check it out. And I'm actually going to place the link down there. This video was made August 2012, before any evidence came out, before any pictures came out, before any video came out. Check out what I said, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it, and then I'll give you my opinion on what's about to happen in this case. Check it out.
All right, what's up? What's up, America? YouTube world, everybody out there. It is Friday afternoon. It's about 2 o'clock here in sunny South Florida. And it's another video from me. I actually wanted to make this video a few days back, but I did not have time to make this video. And it's been really hectic because I'm working on a lot of different music for a lot of different projects, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of covers, a lot of stuff going on with me. So I haven't made it. As most of you guys know, the George Zimmerman ended up being arrested and actually detained for the murder of Trayvon Martin. On the same day, fake-ass Plies dropped a video for him, one out of the hundreds and thousands of kids that are gunned down every day. And because it's a national story, we make a song out of it. And your motives are always going to be questioned when you do questionable shit like that for me. I mean, kids get murdered every day in the hood. They do. Somebody told me I'm lying. And the fact of the matter is that I feel like it's a pub move for artists nowadays. People will do anything to try to gain popularity or get more popularity. There was a kid shot at a high school one day, or a kid shot on the streets. I didn't hear no songs for them, but because this is a huge, huge national story, and because Zimmerman actually happens to be of another ethnic descent, it becomes a huge story, and you get idiots like Al Sharpton in, and all of these other guys in that don't give a shit about the facts. They just know that a guy who looks like he's a Caucasian killed a young African American, and now the world's on fire. And we have people marching, but what about the kids who are killed in the hood by other kids who stay in the hood? It happens all the time. You can't tell me any different. I don't want to hear it. It happens all the time. Kids are always getting killed in the hood, man. Are you serious? I mean, I didn't spend my whole life in the hood, but I did spend enough to know that it happens all the time. Drive-by shootings, people getting shot. All of this national attention to me just sounds like a bunch of bullshit. Now, I said that to say this right here. There are three kind of people right now that are tuning into the Zimmerman case. You have guys like me who are sitting back and we want to know all the facts. We want to know everything that happened. What happened? How did it happen? Everything has to come out. I don't care about the media. The media is the same media that was showing me pictures of the kid when he was like 11 years old, and then you look up and you find out that he looked completely different. It's as if they're trying to bait us. Let me say this, man. Fuck the media. The media is ran by a bunch of old motherfuckers who like to divide the people. So for everybody that's in the middle like me, that are sitting back and going, you know what, let's find out the facts. Let's find out everything, and then we'll make an informed decision on exactly what happened in this case. Now, I'm in the middle. On the left side of me, you have the Al Sharpton motherfuckers. I call them Al Sharpton motherfuckers because they don't care about the case. They don't give a shit. They just care. They just know that an African American was killed by someone like George Zimmerman, and they want his head. Damn everything else that's going on in your community. Damn the fact that you have so many kids that are undereducated in the hood and all this shit going on. This guy killed this guy, let's do a parade. And I'm not saying it's, you know what I'm saying, I'm not taking this guy's side. If he killed this kid because of this, by all means, the law needs to do what they need to do. But to be honest with you, I'm hoping to God, I'm praying to God that this was a case of this guy being some type of sociopath or having some type of mental illness that can be explained once it's properly investigated. I'm hoping that it's not no type of like nonsense. I'm hoping that we could put the race shit to the side and focus on the facts, and the facts come out in the case, and we could go, all right, this guy's a nutcase. He needs to be institutionalized, and we need to get him some help. That's what I hope the case comes down to, you know, if that's the fact. Or when they do the formal investigation, we find out that the bullet trajectory actually has him shooting the bullet from the bottom as he's getting beat up. Now that would be, to me, that would be another thing. You know what I'm saying? It actually wasn't self-defense, which he should still get some type of punishment from it because he did follow this kid. He did, but that still doesn't give you any right to attack someone. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? I might say fuck you and flip you off, but I have no right to attack you just because you're following me. That's true. Now, if you came over to me and you put your hands on me, and that can be, that can be shown, then that's another case. But someone just following you around, the police follow you around all the time. Doesn't mean that you should jump out your car and punch the shit out of them. Doesn't make any sense. All right. Now, I've explained the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, you have the Ku Klux Klan motherfuckers. The motherfuckers that don't care if George Zimmerman was right or wrong. He killed, I don't even want to say it, but if you could read between the lines and understand what I mean. I just wish that everybody would come to the middle of the situation. Meet me in the middle. Kind of like a government should be, but it's really not. But meet me in the middle of the situation, and let's be onlookers. Let's be people that are just sitting back and waiting for the conclusion of the investigation instead of trying to put our opinions on it before we know all the facts, because we don't. There's some new shit coming out every day. So me, I'm going to have an opinion on it once everything has concluded. I'll have an opinion. Now, I do have an opinion on bullshit rappers that make songs for national stories that don't make songs for their own local stories. Especially when they make songs like 2 months ago talking about who they're shooting and they're sleeping with a semi. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Alright, so as you can clearly see, I was using my cell phone to record myself in my recording studio. I basically said that I was waiting on all the facts. I gave my ideas when it came to Trayvon attacking the guy just for following him, which I know I'm 100% correct. You can't attack someone just for following behind him. That's illegal. Now, if it could be proven that George was the first person to attack Trayvon Martin, that would be one thing, but there is no witness statements that I've seen that would say that. So, with that being the case, I'm going to tell you right now, George Zimmerman will be found not guilty. Do I feel bad for the family of Trayvon Martin? Absolutely. Just losing a child and having a child die before you die has to be something that's very painful. Now, this message is going to go to the people of South Florida, the people of Sanford, Florida, and the people all over the fucking world who are watching this case, and some people are very much on edge. This case needs to be a learning tool for everybody. This needs to be a teaching tool for some of our kids. We need to get to the point where we're teaching our kids that they cannot handle everything and every situation with violence. There are some situations that do not need to result in violence. I don't understand why the hell these kids, or these men for that matter, think that they can handle every single situation with violence. Some situations, it takes that you need to be able to walk away from that situation. If Trayvon walks away from this situation and just runs and goes into the house and gets an adult, none of this is necessary. None of it. It's not necessary. But unfortunately, he decided that he was, his bravado, his machismo would bring, I still believe that he came back. Now I believe that he made it to where he was supposed to go, and he said, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to go back and I'm going to confront this guy. So he confronted a guy with his fist and he beat his ass. But during that struggle, during that fight, I believe while beating George Zimmerman's ass, George Zimmerman pulled his weapon and he shot him. That would be self-defense. I apologize, but it is. I myself, I stay in a gated community here in Florida. I've never heard of any burglaries or anything going on in this community. But about 3 to 4 miles away from here, there's a community called Tradition. And in Tradition, they have a couple gated communities. And I hear about those burglaries all the time. I have friends that stay in those communities, and they say they're always on the lookout for people who are coming in and robbing these gated communities. So, I mean, if I was to walk outside right now and it was a strange dude walking up the street and I didn't know who the fuck he was and I couldn't recognize him and he was just wandering aimlessly, I would wonder what the fuck is he doing here? What's going on? And that wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter what he looked like, what color he was, or none of that. It would just, I would wonder, why is he in my community looking weird and shit? I've got children in this house. I think that in order to clean up some of our streets, in order to clean up some of our neighborhoods, we need men out here in these streets cleaning some of it up. The simple fact is the police can't do everything. I seen this one video of this one kid, I don't recall where he was from, but he was patrolling his neighborhood with a rifle on his back and body armor. Some of these neighborhoods, they need that. Seriously. Especially if you stay in one of these rough ass neighborhoods like Chicago or like, Detroit, up there, St. Louis. We need our men to step up and clean up some of these neighborhoods. At the same time, with parents teaching their children that violence isn't the way. Look what happened. Trayvon was bigger than you, and he got shot and killed. Who's to say that you can't be shot and killed? Because when those kids are teenagers, I know I was. When I was a teenager, I thought I was fucking Superman. I thought I couldn't be touched. But I was never stupid enough to go out and do crime. Never stupid enough to go out there and do crime. This needs to be a teaching tool. Everybody stay in your homes, and instead of going out and looting and doing dumb shit that's going to get you into more trouble, focus on teaching your kids. Focus on explaining values and explaining morals. Focus on telling them that violence doesn't work. Focus on telling them the population of the prison system. Teach them things. Too often, parents don't spend enough time explaining to these kids. They plop them down in front of PS3 and Facebook and TV, and they don't even see what the fuck these kids are watching. Is it a wake-up call? Do you wake up from this? Do you feel saddened by this? Do you correct your mistakes? I challenge you. I challenge you right now, every single parent. And if you know a parent that needs to hear this, send them this video. Every single parent that has a child, I challenge you, instead of being mad about this case, correct it. Don't allow your child to go into a strange neighborhood wandering around. You never know who's watching. There's some people out here, there's some parents out here that let their kids do any fucking thing. There's sickos out here that will snatch your kids and hold them hostage. We've seen it. But on the other hand, let's teach our children how to deal with situations. And that every situation does not necessarily need to result in a brawl, a scuffle, a fight. That is my thoughts on the situation. I know there's going to be a couple idiots that will come to this video and I'll get called an Uncle Tom, Ruckus, all that shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Just use some common sense, man. Let's use some common sense, folks. Wake the fuck up. I'm done. Peace.